Hey, that's Fast Peter here. I had to make this video because it's something super serious. So it's about a very related incident that happened recently, and I had to uncover because I just need to. So I hope you're ready. Yesterday, as of the time of this video, GMod had pretty much announced that they're going to remove all Nintendo-related add-ons for 2 decades. This pretty much we're pretty much claim saying that Nintendo have pretty much demanded all Nintendo-related assets removed from the Steam Workshop there at GMod. While Nintendo is pretty much known to have a rocky history with some of its fans, i.e. taking down fan-made projects like various fan-made Pokemon games, or pretty much remove ginormous conversions like Pokemon conversion of the Pokemon conversion there at Power Worlds, or sending a cease and desist letter to SM Logan to force him to remove all Mario and other Nintendo related characters from his channel, and even take the Nintendo Switch emulator Yuso. Whilst Nintendo is pretty much can be blamed for this whole thing, and as pretty much The Rock is safe, but as much as this video is supposed to be like pretty much blasting Nintendo foot, what if I told you that Nintendo actually didn't do that? In fact, pretty much say that Nintendo, in fact, this is just the tip of the iceberg, like an iceberg of much darker truth. This is a story about a single individual that abused a company's name to send out false strikes, forcing to take the company's name and image, and who abused the copyright system, and worst of all, and to pretty much fearmonger the entire face punch to remove all the Nintendo-related add-ons at Steam Workshop. This is a true story about the GMod's Nintendo add-on Purge incident. It all happened a few months ago when Nintendo has filed a DMCA takedown on Nintendo related add-ons like at the Steam Workshop at GMod. This has been new, but what pretty much is weird that after pretty much for almost 2 decades, why Nintendo have decided to pretty much outright demanded to remove Nintendo related add-ons from Steam Workshop at GMod, when that could have happened 2 decades ago. But this pretty much turns out to be much more darker, as pretty much the person was not only to pretty much the truth that it wasn't actually Nintendo that filed a DMCA takedown on these Nintendo related add-ons at Steam Workshop, but rather an individual named Aaron Peters. To pretty much know, if Nintendo would pretty much strike down an entire Steam Workshop, a GMod Steam Workshop add-on using Nintendo related, using their franchise's characters, they would pretty much have filed a complaint. They would have filed a complaint about Valve and the Face Punch. Face Punch is also the developers of GMod, by the way. But pretty much Crispy Toast made a video about the whole thing. Pretty much explain that that this individual named Aaron Peters, pretty much claimed to be a Nintendo executive, but however, I pretty much heard about this incident. I pretty much heard about the whole thing. I pretty much hope that it will be resolved, but as pretty much recently, the situations has only been worse. So I have to go to research about more of this. Aaron Peters, pretty much of why he's using Nintendo's name to pretty much strike down. It pretty much turns out, as pretty much the video, Aaron Peters is not an actual real employee or an executive at Nintendo. Rather, he's pretty much using the company's. He's pretty much, for my research, he's pretty much performing brand fraud. While I'm not a really big businessman, I pretty much research about, like, before I researched about it, I was pretty much searching for that of abusing copyright with pretty much saying that they're quote unquote part of a company that they're not actually part of. Only to find out that this is a term called brand abuse. Brand abuse, I can give this shortcoming. Brand abuse is pretty much someone using a company name, brand identity for their own malicious ways. There are various of them, but this one falls into the social media impersonation, i.e., he's pretty much proclaiming to be a Nintendo executive of America to pretty much remove Nintendo-related add-ons from Steam Workshop, or the Steam Workshop at GMod. But however, as pretty much to say it again, he's not an actual Nintendo executive. Plus, he isn't a real employee at Nintendo. He's pretty much using the company's name and executive image to abuse the copyright system. Hence, he pretty much uses false copyright strikes and fake DMCA takedown emails to fearmonger people to either to lose their money or force them to take down their add-ons. Which, of course, take down add-ons, the Steam Workshop add-ons related Nintendo with Nintendo related properties. Gary Newman, the man who was behind it and pretty much why the GMod and the game that was named after him, hence the name Gary's Mod, pretty much went to see about the DMCA. But however, later on, he pretty much pretty much saying that the claims were quote unquote legit, but however, extensive research have proven otherwise. Speculated that Gary Newman didn't double check to see if the DMCA takedown emails were legit or not. In that case, the DMCA takedown emails were not. These fake DMCA takedown emails pretty much fearmonger the entire Face Punch team, as they pretty much believed that he was an actual high Nintendo employee, and announced that they will shut down remove all Nintendo related add-ons throughout GMod, thus giving blame to Nintendo about the whole thing. Thus, Nintendo gets gets blasted for it. So let me give you the TLDR. Aaron Peters pretty much uses Nintendo's name and identity to abuse the copyright system, i.e. setting false copyright strikes and fake DMCA takedown email. So any fan-made for any fan-made content or Steam Workshop add-ons related with Nintendo properties. Send out a false DMCA takedown to Facebook to fearmonger them to remove all Nintendo-related add-ons and pretty much ended up in 2 decades of important GMod that have been part of GMod's important history, thus giving the blame to Nintendo. Meanwhile, the real perpetrator, i.e. Aaron Peters, pretty much leaves out the whole ordeal completely unscathed, which is both scummy and disgusting of pretty much this individual using a company's name and identity to abuse the copyright system to his own meaning, even though he has 0 rights to use it, and pretty much used it as a way to recover his real tracks and frame the company about the whole copyright abuse. And to pretty much know, this pretty much infuriated tons of people. Because of the whole thing, this pretty much infuriated a lot of people. Like people that are using it like for like custom maps or their GMod, or pretty much, or pretty much used for pretty much animation skits or full-on GMod animation series. Example for a long time. GMod animators are SG4 and Crispy Toast. And when you pretty much say that was this the first? No. This isn't the first time that Aaron Peters have done this. In fact, he have done this more than once. In bigger fact, he have done this for years. He have been abusing it. He have been abusing the copyright system. He's been pretty much pretending to be a Nintendo executive to abuse the copyright system to pretty much copyright strike or take down fan-made content and fan art, regardless if they're either made safe for all ages or they're for adults only NSFW. But it's just, while art is soft-genable, pretty much a lot of these are made because they love the characters that they're from and they love their favorite franchises. So pretty much an individual using a company's name and identity to abuse the copyright system to pretty much outright remove fans' love for their characters and franchises, it's just downright disgusting. As into the present day, the whole situation has pretty much happened. GMod is pretty much blasts his face punch for not doing proper research about the whole ordeal. Meanwhile, everyone blasts Nintendo for the quote-unquote takedown of all Nintendo-related add-ons at GMod's workshop. All meanwhile, at a long distance, Aaron Peters is pretty much laughing at our faces, knowing that they have tricked us all, and tricked and manipulated us all to remove 2 decades of important GMod history. I really hope the whole situation gets resolved very soon, and hope all sides can agree and realize of who the real culprit behind the whole debacle was. And I also really hope soon that Nintendo realizes that someone has been using their company's name and identity to abuse the copyright system. And I really hope that they get Aaron Peters and give him the punishment he deserves. That's pretty much important. Now, this video has zero intention for cyberbullying and harassment. This video is made for educational purposes, and it pretty much shows the highlights and explain more further details about the whole situation. Please share this Please share this information to everyone because they need to know about the whole thing. No, they need to. Please spread this information to everyone involved. Again, sorry, my mind is pretty much so transit. Please, this is the last time. Please share this to everyone, and so, to spread more awareness about it. I'll also linking all the. I'm pretty much also linking it about browser who bust /Twitter page about which he have made various posts about the whole thing. I'm also linking Crispy Toad's video about the situation. Plus, I'll also be linking about the whole brand abuse. And so you want to get know. And before this video, I got last notes for Aaron Peters. I don't know who the heck you are, Aaron Peters, but one thing I know for sure. You may have gotten away for what you did today, for what you've done, but one thing you're gonna know. You will be, and eventually you will be caught for what you have done. And remember, when you're caught, the consequences of your actions will be very serious. The victims does not forget. The witnesses does not forget. Everyone involved does not forget what you have done. This may become a famous or infamous quote in a sooner or later future, but I digress. Mark these words, Aaron Peters, or whoever your real name is. One day, justice and karma will be at you, will come at you where you least expect it. And that was the last words. Yeah, I haven't uploaded anything I had to make this video just to make sure that I can get this out of my head and chest because it's a super serious situation that happened recently. Regardless of all that, thank you for watching and listening to the whole video. I pretty much believe you know about the whole algorithm thing, i.e. like, subscribe, comment, they're all optional. So again, I pretty much don't have a lot of projects I still have a lot of projects in mind, but again, they take time to materialize. Plus, I pretty much need to have some time to, be fully ready mentally at some stuff. Anywho, regardless of the whole thing, I had to thank you for about this whole video about me talking about a person using a company's name and identity to abuse the copyright system. Use the copyright system for their own disgusting ways. So, as again, thank you all for listening and watching. See you guys next time. Bye, y'all.